Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee. As they'll start at the 21-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Sunday. Spread left. Move.
On 3rd down. That's Grant. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a handoff looking right. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
73.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Carl Lawson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Spread right, 72. Hey, 54, Ricky. Move.
From midfield, here's Bortles. And pressure gets to him again. Carlos Dunlap in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Lead! 368!
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Dalton, 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Lead! 368!
2nd down, Dalton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult. Hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. This will be Dalton again. And that is incomplete. A strong safety, Barry Church, all over that one and knocked it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. This is taken at the 15. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
So right.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Dancing to his left. Looking long for Westbrook. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Telvin Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcel Darius, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And out now comes comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Four right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, here's Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And on the ground they go with a running back. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Bortles. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. First and 10 for Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, 38 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on 1st down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Lucy. Move.
To throw is Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? So Dalton now. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The linebacker Miles Jack able to knock that one away. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80.
Now they try the right side here. Look at the spin. And some space here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. What a spin. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Over here. Yes. 2 by 2. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw here, Dalton. He drops it off for Bernard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Dalton throwing on second down. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
He's got his man here. It's Green. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Flushed out, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to run him down for a loss of a yard. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Dalton here from the gun. Flush to his right. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd from 8 yards out, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Bernard. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Again, here's Bernard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On third down, Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
This will be caught at about the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there, taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tavecchio to add the PAT. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, let's go trip front.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a nice spin into some open field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Back now in Cincinnati.
Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they'll run it here. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Bortles. And in Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, let's go. Trick left. 11. And 54, Ricky. Move. 77.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Nice.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And Eifert has it. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Lead! There you go, 368!
Operating from the gun. Dalton got his man. It's Eifert. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Bernard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. Here's Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big one coming now for Giorgio Tavecchio. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up.
Move. Nice 39, Lucy.
Back to throw, Bortles. Rolling to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Bortles to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go down.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. And the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.